Wow, the Humane Society of Missouri truly goes the extra mile for animals in need. I'm Rennie Knott.
And I'm Allie Corey. Welcome to the Humane Society of Missouri's Second Chances Telethon. Over the next hour, you'll get a glimpse into some of the amazing work being done by the Humane Society of Missouri, their staff, and volunteers.
You'll see exclusive behind-the-scenes footage of heroic rescues, and you'll meet some rather amazing animals, all rescued and rehabilitated by the Humane Society of Missouri. They were given a second chance. The Humane Society of Missouri truly goes the extra mile for St. Louis animals and throughout the state of Missouri who have suffered from abuse and from neglect.
During this program, you'll meet dogs like Seamus here, cats, even horses, who have all gotten a second chance thanks to the Humane Society of Missouri. You'll hear their incredible stories, and we'll meet those on the front lines giving these rescued pets the very first loving care they've seen their entire lives. Most importantly, you'll learn how you can help the Humane Society of Missouri be there for even more animals in our community.
We'll be honest, some of the stories you'll see in this show may be difficult to watch, but don't turn the channel because you'll be inspired, amazed, grateful, thankful that the Humane Society is there for animals in need. So please stick around to hear these wonderful and sometimes unbelievable stories about rescued pets and their great new lives.
You can donate online now to help animals, just like Twix, who Rennie has, and the ones you're going to see in this program. You can give second chances to dogs, cats, even horses with one simple call to 877-803-0078 or visit us online and make a gift at hsmo.org. And we have a special announcement to make. Thanks to the animal lovers at Purina, your gift during tonight's broadcast will be doubled.
That's right. Any gift you give will be matched by Purina, dollar for dollar, up to $25,000. So let's start the show off right and make a gift to help twice as many animals in need. We also have an exclusive offer tonight. Become a humane hero by donating monthly, and we'll send you this great Rescued is My Favorite Breed decal. Let everyone know you're proud to support rescued pets of all shapes and sizes.
Imagine a visibly healthier pet in 28 days. Purina One, natural ingredients, plus vitamins and minerals in powerful combinations for radiant coats, sparkling eyes, and vibrant energy. Purina One, 28 days, one visibly healthy pet. Dogs have evolved, but their nutritional needs remain instinctual. That's why there's Purina One True Instinct. High protein for strong muscles. A different breed of natural nutrition. Purina One True Instinct. Also in grain-free for dogs and cats.
When severe weather strikes, it affects everyone. Since the flood of '93, the Humane Society of Missouri has been there for animals affected by severe weather. In September of 2018, Hurricane Florence hit the East Coast. The Humane Society of Missouri sent a 10-person disaster response team to North Carolina to perform swift water rescue and to help care for pets displaced by the storm. The team spent over a week in North Carolina helping reunite pets with their owners. Pets just like Soshi, who spent a week floating on a couch before being rescued by the Humane Society of Missouri. Chester Lampkin tracked and reported on Hurricane Florence as it was bearing down on the East Coast. Chester, what can you tell us about how this weather affected people and their pets?
As Hurricane Florence trekked towards the U.S. in September 2018, people prepared for the worst. As one of the premier disaster response teams in the entire country, the Humane Society of Missouri's Animal Cruelty Task Force also prepared. Partnering with other local and national animal rescue teams, the Humane Society of Missouri sent a 10-person disaster response team to North Carolina. The team was equipped with 2 rescue boats, 2 climate-controlled animal rescue trailers, and a horse trailer filled with Purina pet food, along with additional supplies. The professionally trained and experienced team was prepared to perform field and swift water animal rescue if necessary. And with an incredible storm surge and flooding in the wake of this massive storm, it was all necessary.
Disaster response has always been something that we're very much reactive to. As the lead animal welfare organization in the state, a lot of people turn to us because they know we have the experience, they know we have the resources, and we have the drive and willingness to really put our people sometimes in a position where no one else can go. But we're very well prepared for that risk.
It was approximately 1,000 miles to get from here to North Carolina in Burgaw, where we staged. We had a horse trailer, we had 2 animal transport trailers, we had 3 boats. We also had animal crates, carrier crates, wire crates. We took 2 pallets of dog food, a pallet of cat food, and kitty litter that was all donated by Purina. The weather that we ran into got pretty intense sometimes with the 30 to 50 mile an hour winds and just torrential rainpour.
So when we first got in closer to Pender County, there's several trees blowing over the roads. The roads were underwater.
But I think we're too tall.
We had to have a utility company come raise the power line up to give us clearance to get our high-profile vehicles underneath the power lines to even get to Burgaw.
We established our camp at a middle school, and approximately 4 o'clock that afternoon, we received a brief from the Pender County Sheriff's Department and Animal Control.
Expect sweat up to your ankles. This is hazardous materials. It's got everything from commercial livestock stuff to it, fluids, bacteria, high bacteria counts. Come on, straight back. Straight back.
By 5 o'clock that afternoon, we actually had boats in the water.
The devastation was like I've never seen. Cars were completely covered. You could barely see the top of the street signs. Houses were flooded clear to their rooftops. It was devastating.
Navigating through the waterways was tremendously difficult, but we were able to get to our first address and recover and rescue several chickens.
Day 2, we were en route to our first call that morning, and the road was completely washed out. So we found a drop point from there and put our boat in the water and took it as far as we could.
I'm just gonna go back in here.
Okay, you're good through here. How do we go under these branches?
We ended up actually walking and wading to the address.
A gentleman that was still at his house. We asked him if he needed any help. Was there anything we could do for him? There was a rooster and 4 chickens that were in the pens that we were able to catch, and then we were able to walk them back.
Past those trees, is that where we can boat over?
There's 2 horses up on a porch that we need to feed in place. Go in, you can shut her down. Go in the water.
Set it on there and I could leave the string.
Leave the string?
Hold it together for a while.
Okay.
Code 3 had moved 2 horses to a porch because horses can only swim under 100 yards safely and actually make that swim. Twice a day we delivered hay and fresh water for them to drink. So the first morning when I was able to make it there to assess the horses, their legs had started to do some swelling, but their overall health was actually pretty good considering the situation they were in.
Just let her look. They're actually not looking bad.
Once we had ensured that the horses were cared for, we did continue to patrol the area and the neighborhood, keeping an eye out for cats on roofs, roosters in trees.
Meow, meow, meow. Kitty, 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 kitty.
To the left, to the left. Up, there's a red cat to our left.
We actually did locate several cats on rooftops. In particular, there was an orange cat on our rooftop, had no shade, no food. So we were able to actually recover that cat off the roof and get it back to safety.
We'd been receiving information about a dog that was in this neighborhood. So we're looking for the house. We came around the side of another home, and there were 2 dogs that were floating on a pallet. We don't want to scare them, though. That's good.
Good boy.
Good boys. Come here, babies.
As we boated closer to them, they were so excited, wagging their tails, and they just couldn't wait for us to be able to get a hold of them and get them in the boat.
You can float that right to us. Pull the whole wood thing to us.
There you are.
No matter how tired you are, how exhausted you get, all right. The second you're able to get that animal, whatever, a chicken or a dog or a cat, and you get it onto the boat, and you can see the physical relief on that animal's face, makes it all worth it. All of the sweat and all of the pain and all of the tiredness, it all goes away, instantly goes away, and it makes it so we're just excited to go back out and do the same thing the next day.
Wow, what amazing rescues. Without your donations, many of these animals wouldn't have survived. Your support allows the Humane Society of Missouri to be there to reunite families with their pets. Please call right now. Our toll-free number is 877-803-0078, or make a secure donation online at hsmo.org. I hope you'll donate right now to the Humane Society of Missouri. Any gift you make is going to be doubled by Purina, up to $25,000. This is your chance to make a difference for dogs, cats, chickens, even horses affected by hurricanes and other disasters. Volunteers are standing by now. Call 877-803-0078 or make a secure donation online at hsmo.org.
The Humane Society of Missouri will never turn away an animal, from tiny cats to giant mastiffs like Ruby here. Isn't she beautiful? You can see just how loving and healthy Ruby is, but it wasn't always that way. You see, Ruby came from a horrible situation, but thanks to supporters like you, she got a second chance. When the Animal Cruelty Task Force received a call from a local animal control agency about starving dogs, the team sprang into action. Ruby and 5 other mastiffs were in immediate jeopardy. 4 dogs were found living outside in an overgrown yard. More dogs were found inside a horribly filthy house. They didn't have food. They had no clean water. They were starving. They were missing fur. But when rescuers arrived, the dogs seemed incredibly thankful.
We had a complaint come in on our web-based online rescue report, and it actually came from an animal control officer there in the city of Aurora. They had a case with 6 Mastiff breed dogs, which are very large dogs, that appeared to have been abandoned, and the animals were reported to be in pretty severe conditions. Conditions at the scene were not good. You could tell no one had been there for probably quite some time. The animals that were in the house, basically trapped in the house, had no access to food or water. The only water that the animals outside had access to was water that was dripping from an air conditioning unit. You can see in the video tails wagging, jowls flopping, and they're leaning up against the body of the rescuer. So these animals were not only starved of food and water, they were starved of that human contact and affection.
When Lily came in, she was extremely skinny. She weighed only 107 pounds, and she had severe skin problems. She had a canine tooth that was flopping in the breeze. It was only held in by a piece of gum tissue. Once we finally got custody of the dogs, we were able to put them under anesthesia. So for Lily, that meant we were able to put her under, remove that tooth that was flopping around and hold on only by gum tissue. We were also able to take x-rays of her knees and identify that she had a ruptured cruciate ligament. With a big dog like that, that's a very serious problem. It took Lily about 3 months to recover from this surgery. She got laser therapy to help speed healing. She used an underwater treadmill so that she could exercise the leg without putting her full weight on it. In Lily's case, we actually had a specialist surgeon come in to do her procedure. We knew she needed care above and beyond the typical dog that comes through here. And we took care of that, knowing that not everybody would be able to, and that was going to be her only ability to have this procedure.
Lily is a 4-year-old Mastiff, but she's really like a young child. She's excited about everything that you want to do. It's nice to have someone to talk to, you know, and I have to give her credit. She always seems really interested in what I have to say.
Well, you know, I think my coworkers would say that I talk about her a lot. I you know, take pictures of her a lot. It's kind of like having another kid. I like to lean down and give her a hug and kind of lift her up. And when I get home from work, she goes to get a particular toy she and I like to play with, a tug-of-war toy. It's never a dull moment now, usually. Well, unless she's sleeping and snoring.
Lily is a large dog. And Lily is a large dog, even by large dog standards. We bought special dog bowls, which work really well for Lily. She's got her own special mattress, and we had to lay down a lot of rugs in the house because she's not fond of walking on wood floors. I guess we just treat her like our family, the same thing we sort of did for our kids. We got our kids their own bed, their clothes, we buy food that she likes, we take her places she wants to go. When we first saw the dogs, their conditions were really poor. I understand that 4 of the animals were outside. Lily was one of the inside dogs. There's 2 dogs inside. She was down possibly 40 or 50 pounds in weight. She had broken teeth. To be honest, it's hard to talk about. We suspect, we know why. The dog obviously was searching for food, doing what it had to do to survive. It's a sad thing.
The medical treatment they gave to Lily was top notch, and they did not spare any expense. So they need that support from the people here, Missouri, Illinois. And if you can't adopt, please donate.
I think if the Humane Society hadn't stepped in and helped these dogs, the dogs would have died. The Humane Society finds the animals, they save the animals in the first place. Then they bring in the medical staff to help the animals to have a better life. Then they search out actively to find homes that were willing to adopt them. But ultimately, I think if the Humane Society hadn't stepped in, we would have never met this dog. This dog, unfortunately, wouldn't be with us today.
Rehabilitation is just one part of what the Humane Society of Missouri does. Their shelters are there for the abused, the unwanted. Arriving at the Humane Society's doors is just the beginning, though. Joining me in Ruby is HSMO President Kathy Warnick. And Kathy, it seems like these animals are in great need of a lot of care.
They truly, truly are, Rennie. From the day of rescue through their rehabilitation, HSMO has been there for dogs like Ruby and Lexi every step of the way with our expert veterinary care and lots of TLC from staff and volunteers. These animals get a chance to heal. The Humane Society of Missouri makes it possible for these deserving pets to find forever homes.
Now, you can do your part to help the Humane Society of Missouri rescue, rehabilitate, and give second chances to animals in need. Make a donation. Any amount you can will be matched by Purina up to $25,000. The time to help is right now.
The Humane Society of Missouri helps animals in St. Louis and throughout the entire state, but we can't be there without your donations. Please think about these beautiful, beautiful Mastiffs. Who knows where they would be today if the Humane Society wasn't there to give them the medical care they so needed, to give them a second chance they so deserved. So please make that donation right now and have it doubled by Purina and help twice as many animals.
Become a humane hero with your monthly gift of $10, $25, or more. We'll send you this "Rescued is my favorite breed" sticker for your car, water bottle, or coffee mug. Let people know you give second chances to animals in need. For every dog like Ruby here, Lexi, and Lawrence, there are many, many more. They're waiting for their rescue. Make it happen for them. Our toll-free number is 877-803-0078, or you can make a donation on their website, hsmo.org.
If you've ever had a pet change your life, if you have a dog or cat snuggled up to you right now, if you know your life wouldn't be the same without them, call us right now. Every donation counts, and thanks to Purina, it counts double tonight.
Our amazing phone bank volunteers are standing by to take your donations right now. Let's check in with Kelly Jackson live at the Humane Society of Missouri's Telethon phone bank.
Hey, Rennie. Yes, we are live at the Humane Society. The phones are ringing, but we really want to get all of the phones ringing. The number again, it's toll-free 877-803-0078. I'll talk more about all of those donations, but first, I want to talk to Bernard and Ruby. You saw the video, and as heartbreaking as it was to see those mastiffs in such terrible condition, there were so many success stories, including your dog, Bernard.
She's wonderful. Ruby has just been a blessing for our household. My wife and I love her to death.
When you saw the mastiffs so malnourished and so thin, how much did Ruby weigh when you got her, and how much does she weigh now? She looks fantastic.
She weighed probably 100 to 105 pounds when we got her, and she weighs about 135 now. So,
how long have you had Ruby?
6 months.
How old is Ruby now?
She's about 1.5 years, a little bit less than that.
And tell me, when you got her, what kind of personality does she have? Because she was in a situation where she was left in the home, right? She was abandoned.
She was. She's an individual. She was part of a group, 6 Mastiffs, and when we took her back to be part of a filming, she went to every single one of the other 5 dogs before she would stand just to say hello. So, you know, I guess it was part of her pack. So being separated from them at first was difficult for her, but she's gotten used to it now.
Yeah, because she's in a wonderful home. What would you say to the people who may be a little on the fence about donating tonight? Because the Animal Cruelty Task Force and everyone who works with the Humane Society, they do an amazing job. And thanks to them, you have Ruby.
It's the only reason we have Ruby. I hate to even think what would have happened with her if it hadn't been for the Humane Society, and that's true for so many pets in so many homes. It's just wonderful. It's rewarding to be able to have a dog like this and say she's a rescue dog. And people, when I tell them that, they go, oh, that is great. That's so great.
Well, we thank you for adopting her. Thank you for joining us. Ruby, you did great. Despite all of these lights and everything, she did a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was great to be here.
Thank you. And there are so many success stories like Ruby, but then again, there are many dogs that are still abandoned and need your help. So give us a call, 877-803-0078. And Purina, they are matching donations tonight. So if you make a donation, they will double that donation. So give us a call. I'm going to send it back to you.
We have met some really cute canines in our show so far, but now I think it's time we meet someone a little smaller. When staff arrived to begin their day, they found a small kitten had been dropped off sometime overnight. The kitten, a beautiful calico tabby, was scared. Staff immediately noticed that the kitten was also injured. She was in pain. No information was left, so nobody knew if she had been someone's pet or if she had been injured while wandering the streets alone. But they knew she needed help. Humane Society staff affectionately named her Blaze for the unique streak of red fur right across her head. You won't want to miss Blaze's incredible story. Take a look.
Blaze came in to the Humane Society. She was abandoned in the overnight drop boxes. She had a very severe injury to her front leg. Her foot and wrist were swollen 3 times their normal size. What I found was that there was a rubber band on that front leg, and the rubber band had dug down all the way down to the bone of her front leg and had cut off the circulation to her foot.
Alright, I won't be able to save your leg, but we can save you. Because
what do we do with cats? She was a very sweet kitten. Once we had actually got the rubber band off her leg and she recovered from her heavy sedation, she was up rubbing on her bars and coming out of her shell. We felt that this poor little kitten who had such a rough start deserved her second chance. The surgery was quite expensive, but we still felt that this poor little kitten who came in abandoned deserved a second chance. So we felt that she would be a very good candidate for surgery to have that front leg removed, and she was young enough that she would adapt to getting around on 3 legs and could lead a very good quality of life in her forever home.
Callow loves to just sit and look out the window all day. She will sit in front of it for hours. She just loves to look outside. She loves to watch the squirrels and the birds. She loves to play with her little brother, but she really loves to just sleep. She runs faster than a normal cat, I think. She kind of hops, but it's really cute. She can jump really high, just like any other cat. She can't quite grab on to things because she doesn't have both arms, so sometimes she'll fall down, but it doesn't stop her. She just does it again until she gets up there. She never quits. You can find her running around with her little brother. They love to play fight and then lick each other for the rest of the day. She's so sweet. She'll just sit on your lap and just sit there and purr. She's not real big on petting, but she'll let you know when she's in the mood. She'll get up in your face. She makes these little noises. She doesn't meow like a cat. She just kind of like makes these little chirping noises like a squirrel. We call her a little baby squirrel. And she just hops around and makes her little noises and plays, and she's very gentle, never causes any trouble, which is great. My life has improved tremendously with having her. I am absolutely so grateful to the Humane Society for giving me the opportunity to bring Callow into my home. The work the Humane Society does is absolutely incredible. They're giving these animals who otherwise would have just died, giving them a chance to have a normal life.
Call right now so the Humane Society of Missouri can help more cats like Callow. Donate online at hsmo.org or give us a call. Our phone bank volunteers are animal lovers too, and they're ready to take your call at 877-803-0078. Your support is so critical to the animals the Humane Society helps. Every donation helps animals like Callow, and thanks to Purina, it goes twice as far tonight. Your gift ensures that homeless and hurting pets like Callow have every opportunity to get the fairy tale ending they deserve. Your gift means the veterinarians at our shelters are ready to provide homeless pets with additional medical care. Your support provides safe shelter for homeless pets until a forever home can be found. Your donation gives the Humane Society the ability to provide second chances to so many deserving animals.
Welcome to the Animal Medical Center of Mid-America's Maryland Heights location. I'd love to show you around. Follow me. I just love the people here. They are always up for scratching behind my ears. And they give all the dogs a magical bandana. Bandanas are sprayed with a calming pheromone to help dogs feel more relaxed. Our veterinarians and technicians are trained in fear-free practices, so coming to the vet is fun. They really know how to make vet visits enjoyable for us pets and our people. AMCMA also offers rehabilitation, laser therapy, and chiropractic care in the Pain Management Center. Sammy is here for weight loss. He's lost 7 pounds since coming here. So there you have it. I'd love to see you around sometime. Just give us a call and schedule a visit. 314-951-1534 or check us out online at amcma.org.
In March of 2018, the Animal Cruelty Task Force rescued 3 miniature horses from a life of horrible neglect. Apple, Clary, and Pippin have been living with overgrown hoofs so severe that they couldn't walk normally. They were in pain so much when they arrived at Longmeadow that veterinarians immediately prescribed daily pain medication. Even though it seemed like Apple, Clary, and Pippin hadn't seen a nice human in a very long time, they allowed staff to brush the burrs and tangles from their manes. Each of them endured careful trims to remove their painfully overgrown hoofs. The Humane Society of Missouri understands what wonderful companions horses can be. That's why they're committed to rescuing not just dogs and cats in need, but horses and farm animals too.
The 3 miniature horses, they came in, we were all shocked to see them get off the trailer. It was truly heartbreaking. About a month in, we started to see their personalities start to come out. I know to this day they are still showing their personalities, but they just came to life, and they started to figure out that things were going to get better, and since they came to Longmeadow, that they were going to be healthy and happy horses. Stacy has adopted from us in the past, and she has a soft spot for minis. She keeps an eye on our Facebook page, and there was a video that we had posted, and Stacy, she just felt a connection to them immediately. Stacy, when she came out to look at them and meet each one, I mean, she immediately knew she didn't want to split them up. They're just comical, they're fun. She has a great group of horses there.
So when these girls came to us from this very, very sad shape and condition, it's not only that they were so damaged physically, they were incredibly damaged in their spirit and in their mind. And a horse that is in that traumatic of a state, it takes a lot of work for them to be able to open up and, to use a tired phrase, smell the roses and be able to enjoy life again. And we're getting there. We've only had the girls for 6 months, and they are 1,000 times better than when we got them, but we still have a long road ahead of us to get them to where they need to be. There is a tremendous amount of expense that goes into having a horse in the first place. Then you add on to a horse that has medical issues and chronic issues, and your costs are always going up. You look at special hay, you look at special feed, you look at medicine. Folks at the Humane Society and out at Longmeadow, they incur all of those costs, and it's because the organization is run by people who love these animals. I think the work that they do is immeasurable. Longmeadow can go into a place and take 35 starving horses out and slowly bring them back to a healthy weight, and to restore those eyes and that spark in them, and to give them that will to live that they have all but given up on. And we're very blessed and we're very fortunate in this area that we have Longmeadow that's doing that. And then they find these horses that are truly gems that can then go on and lead a very happy life.
Apple, Clary, and Pippin have done a complete 180 from when they first were rescued by the Humane Society of Missouri. I bet they could have never imagined their life would be as great as it is right now, huh? And they went from being horribly neglected, with hoofs so overgrown, each step was excruciating when it came to the pain, to living in a lap of luxury now. And that's why it's so important for you to support the Humane Society of Missouri. They will make sure that every animal that comes through their doors or gates of Longmeadow Rescue Ranch has the care they need and deserve. Back with us right now is Kathy Warnick, president of both the Humane Society of Missouri and Longmeadow Rescue Ranch. And Kathy, we just saw a truly inspiring story about 3 rescued miniature horses. Now, I had no idea that Longmeadow was doing such amazing things with these rescued horses and farm animals as well.
The Humane Society of Missouri truly goes above and beyond for our furry friends as well as our farm friends. Longmeadow Rescue Ranch staff members make every effort to give gentle TLC to our rescued horses and farm animals and keep them comfortable while they heal. When a rescued horse goes to Longmeadow Rescue Ranch, it's in the best of hands. If you know that a rescued animal, whether it's a dog, a cat, or a horse, they absolutely make the best pets. If you know that, please call right now and give a gift that will change an animal's life. Just for this broadcast, Purina is matching your donations up to $25,000. Your gift is going to go twice as far for homeless, abused, and neglected animals.
If you are out there right now and you're watching and you want to make more second chances possible, call right now. A donation of $25 will become $50. and will vaccinate 2 shelter animals. 50 becomes 100, which pays for 10 days of shelter care for a homeless dog or cat.
Our toll-free number is 877-803-0078, or you can make a secure donation on our website, hsmo.org.
The Humane Society of Missouri is committed to helping all animals in need. We won't say no, and we don't say no. Whether it's an animal in need of rescue or a stray, or any pet who needs a place to go, the Humane Society of Missouri does not turn its back on any animal. We're here for the community. Please show us how much you care.
Dogs have evolved, but their nutritional needs remain instinctual. That's why there's Purina One True Instinct. High protein for strong muscles. A different breed of natural nutrition. Purina One True Instinct. Also in grain-free for dogs and cats. Imagine a visibly healthier pet in 28 days. Purina One, natural ingredients, plus vitamins and minerals in powerful combinations for radiant coats, sparkling eyes, and vibrant energy. Purina One, 28 days, one visibly healthy pet.
I'm sure you've heard stories in the news of dozens of dogs and cats being rescued all the time, at the same time. But how does an organization like the Humane Society of Missouri go about caring for dozens upon dozens of severely neglected animals all at once? Well, they're one of the only organizations in Missouri capable of rescuing, transporting, and rehabilitating dozens, sometimes more than 100 animals at one time. Lady Bird and Lemon were just 2 animals out of nearly 40 that were rescued back in October of 2018 from a cruel and dreadful existence. Dr. Mark Wright is on the front lines when it comes to caring for the animals rescued by the Humane Society of Missouri. Let's meet Lady Bird and Lemon and see just how much it takes to care for these rescued pets.
We had a rescue from rural Missouri come in that involved approximately 30 animals. Amongst these 30 animals was a dog named Lady Bird. She had severe matting all over her body. With care and donations from the general public, we were able to nurse her back to health and get her skin cleared up, get the mats shaved off of her, get her ear infections taken care of, her internal parasites treated. Lady Bird was able to go from a dog who smelled like the bottom of a dumpster to a dog who was able to be adopted very quickly into her forever home. Another dog that came in with Lady Bird was a dog named Lemon. Lemon is a little Chihuahua Poodle mix, and Lemon was either dyed or painted bright yellow. Once we had Lemon nursed back to health, we were able to shave her down so that she could start growing her normal colored hair. And Lemon was a very outgoing dog. Fortunately, she had not suffered any of the mental problems from being in a large-scale hoarder situation like poor Lady Bird needed to be nursed back from. It is incumbent upon donors like you that we need your help. Otherwise, we would not be able to perform these tasks to help rescue these animals and transform them from a fearful animal into a dog that can go into a home and have a nice, normal, good quality of life going forward.
Lady Bird and Lemon look like completely different dogs. I am so impressed with all the things that the Humane Society's caring staff does to help these deserving animals. Of course, they receive routine care like vaccinations and even extensive surgeries to help them heal. But a complete makeover? They really go the extra mile for the animals in their care.
But the Humane Society of Missouri can't do any of this without your donations. Be sure you make the call. Make that call right now. Volunteers are standing by at the phone bank to help you make your gift. A gift to the Humane Society of Missouri that goes twice as far thanks to Purina. A gift to make second chances possible.
5 on your sides, Kelly Jackson is standing by live with some amazing phone bank volunteers who are ready to take your call. Kelly, how awesome are the volunteers you're with right now?
Allie, they are fantastic. The phones are ringing off the hook, but keep calling 877-803-0078. We need and we want your donation. You can also make a donation online. You can make a secure donation online at hsmo.org. And you saw the amazing transformation of Lady Bird and Lemon and how wonderful they look. And I have a special guest, Kathy Warnick, is the president of the Humane Society of Missouri. Thanks for joining us.
You bet, Kelly. We are so happy that you are here and that the phones are ringing and they're supporting animals like little Lola here and all the animals that we rescue day in and day out.
There are so many things that the Humane Society of Missouri does. Can you talk about some of the programs?
We have just a whole variety of initiatives. All of the donations tonight are going to our Rescued Pet Trauma Fund, and that fund funds just a tremendous number of items such as surgeries, dentals. They fund hip and knee replacements and all sorts of things that are really needed in terms of making pets healthy and happy and really trying to get them back to their second chance at a healthy and happy life.
And that's why we are here. They also have a fostering program because there's so many foster parents out there, the unsung heroes, who get these animals after they come out of those terrible situations.
They certainly do, and the foster parents are absolutely golden. They are wonderful assets to an animal's recovery because they will take animals in that are in terribly compromised positions or conditions, and then they will nurse them back to health. And an animal can be in a home environment versus being in a shelter environment, and it really makes a huge difference. Our foster parents are absolutely fabulous, and we really are most grateful to them. And we're also grateful to the St. Louisans that support animals in dire need, and St. Louisans are terribly fond of their pets, and they show it by supporting the Humane Society of Missouri.
Kathy Warnick, so well said, and you're so right. You that are watching right now, you are so generous. You have such a giving spirit. This is such a pet-friendly city, and it really shows by the phones that are ringing. But if you don't want to make a donation by phone, you can make it online. And guess what? Purina, they are matching donations up to $25,000. You can make a $25 donation, and hey, your donation becomes $50. So there's so many ways that you can give. Give a gift for rescued pets. They deserve a second chance. Back to you.
Reporting the weather is one of my favorite things to do for our viewers. But it also can be very difficult to see how severe weather impacts our lives, our homes, and even our pets. We know that the stories in this telethon can be a little heartbreaking. We all love animals and we want to help, but sometimes we just don't know how. That's where the Humane Society of Missouri's disaster response team steps in. In late September of 2018, the East Coast was devastated by Hurricane Florence and afterwards catastrophic flooding. Many families lost everything they had, their homes, their belongings. And in an instant, everything they worked for was gone. The disaster response team spent more than a week rescuing stranded animals from the North Carolina floodwaters. These disaster responders are trained in swift water rescue. They spent hours and hours each and every day taking a boat out through flooded streets. They rescued any animals they could. They responded to the desperate pleas of owners to rescue beloved pets. See the incredible rescue of Sochi. This poor dog had been separated from her owner for more than a week. The disaster response team found Sochi floating on a couch inside her flooded home. And somehow, Sochi had survived a week in that terrible situation. The best part? Sochi was happily reunited with her owner. The rescuers don't ask questions and they don't judge. They simply want to save as many animals as possible and reunite them with their owners. Watch the Humane Society of Missouri Disaster Response Team rescue beloved pets, the animal victims of Hurricane Florence.
Animal rescue! Animal rescue!
We only enter residence with the owner's consent to enter their residence and remove any animals that we find. And then the second thing is that if we find probable cause of an animal to be in distress or an exigent circumstance in a residence, we will go in and remove it.
Oh, I see one. I got one.
Oh, there you go. Finally, last room. Good.
shut it down.
So we arrived at a house and we noticed that there was a rooster walking along the top of a coop where he had escaped.
After a little bit of doing, I was able to catch the rooster, and we're able to get it into a carrier on the boat.
All right.
Ooh, that's gonna be tight.
Hold this.
All right.
Kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty.
And they have a picture of two dogs.
Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty.
As we worked our way through the residence and we got to the last room that we were clearing, we found a little black cat that was up in a closet, and we were able to rescue that cat and get him out to safety.
I found one.
Hi, kitty. Okay. It's okay. Hi, kitty. It's okay. Hi, kitty. He's not gonna want to ride in that. He's purring. He's so happy he's purring.
This cat was extremely thankful. He was purring, he was very lovable, he was very thankful to be out of that house in the floodwater.
You hear him purring.
When we got up next to the house, we heard a dog bark. It was shocking. So we knew Sochi was in there, we knew Sochi was alive, and we were there to get her out.
Can't get the top. Is it?
It was very challenging to make entry into that house.
We had to grab the rafters and start kicking on the door, and eventually, after some time, we were able to get the door open just enough for Jessica to squeeze in. 1, 2, 3. Go in! Here, Jess, I'll hold the door.
And I was able to look inside. There was Sochi. She was floating on a couch inside the living room, and she was so excited, wagging her tail, and she was thrilled to see us.
Bring it to me. I'll take it.
You can bring one here.
I got it. Coming out the front of the boat.
Sochi had been there for well over a week in the flooded water, and we didn't know what we were going to find when we made it to that house. Sochi's rescue was probably the highlight of my time being there. It was very rewarding for our entire team.
One dog removed. One white dog removed.
To be able to recover a dog and return that dog back to her owner after she had called in several times asking for help to locate her.
Oh, he is eating.
Yeah. That's good. He's hungry.
Yeah, he is.
That's all. Good now?
I want to thank the Humane Society so much for doing all that they've done for everybody during this storm, for rescuing all the animals, and for making sure that Sochi was safe.
Please call now and help the Humane Society of Missouri to continue to be there for animals in need. So many animals were saved thanks to your support. The toll-free number is 877-803-0078. You can also make a secure donation online at hsmo.org. I am in awe of the work the Humane Society of Missouri and its Animal Cruelty Task Force and Disaster Response Team so selflessly perform. To think that one day your life could be completely normal and then the next, everything's washed away in a flood. Then you have these great people who risk it all for the animals so that people don't have to lose their pets in the darkest hour. These are the people who are out there every day risking it to save our animals, going into the absolute worst of conditions to make sure pets are safe. So I urge you to give what you can so the Humane Society can be there for animals in need. The donation you make today could save a precious pet's life tomorrow. Be their hero. Pick up the phone and call. The number is 877-803-0078, or you can go to hsmo.org to donate online.
Wow, I can't even imagine going through a disaster situation like Hurricane Florence. For the rescuers working during those trying times, I bet there was no better feeling than putting these pets in the arms of their owners who were waiting on the shore.
Without donations, there would be no animal cruelty task force. There would be no disaster response team, whether right here in Missouri or across the country. Responding to disasters like Hurricane Florence comes with a hefty price tag. The training, the supplies, the rescue vehicles that need gas, and routine maintenance. The team's special equipment used to safely rescue each animal, it all adds up so quickly. The cost is staggering.
If you believe in the work the Humane Society of Missouri does, make a gift now that will ensure no pets are ever left behind. Our terrific phone bank is standing by to take your call. Our toll-free number is 877-803-0078. Kelly Jackson is live with our phone bank volunteers, and we want to see those phones ring. Kelly, how's it going over there?
It's going very well, Allie. Our volunteers, you guys are really putting them to work, including Ann. You've gotten a lot of donations. What's been your biggest donation?
I had a $250 donation a little while ago. I've had a couple of $200 ones. Yeah.
Which is fantastic because Purina is doubling those donations. They are matching it, I'm sorry. So that $250 donation is actually going to be $500. Again, the number to call, 877-803-0078. We've been talking about the Animal Cruelty Task Force. They are truly the unsung heroes. You've seen the story of Sochi, who was rescued. We have Debbie Hill here. You're the VP of Operations. You're at the Animal Cruelty Task Force. You guys really are the unsung heroes. You do amazing work.
Our entire team, our disaster response team, our rescue team, this is really what they live for, is getting to those animals and getting them out of bad situations. And we're just so grateful we have the support of the community, because without that, we can't save them all.
And it's really emotional too, because day in and day out, there's always some kind of a rescue, including this little fella who was just rescued, right?
It is, and you get out and you do the rescue, and
he's really loving you now.
Yeah, I'm really getting some sugar right now, but you know, you get out and you see horrible things, and you just want to get the animals out and get them back where they can be taken care of, like this little sugar right here. And just the support we see around the room tonight is what overwhelms us, because we know that's what makes it go, so that when we get the call, we can be right there, and we have the team and we have the dedication and all our volunteers and support, because it takes all of us to make the rescue happen.
Can you tell me, on average, how many rescues do you do in like a month?
Oh my gosh, dozens. We have people in the field every single day, all across Missouri, and you see when needed, we'll go outside of Missouri to make sure the animals are getting the help that they need, because just like our pets at home, we want to know someone's going to be there when they need us. That's what it's about for us.
That is what it's really all about. Debbie Hill, thank you so much. There's that puppy, and the puppy has some siblings over here in the, yes, they're taking a little nap because it's been a long night for them. They will soon be available for adoption though. So this is why we're here, to give dogs like these second chances. Maybe you're at home tonight sitting on the couch with your dog. Maybe your dog has been rescued, and you know what it was like when you got your dog and what joy it brought you. It would be so nice to bring joy to other dogs. Donate online also at hsmo.org. We're going to continue on Facebook Live. Back to you.
The Humane Society of Missouri has so many vital programs, not just for dogs and cats, but for horses and farm animals too. There's humane education programs that reach tens of thousands of children every year, volunteer opportunities to enrich the lives of shelter pets and the people who love them, even state-of-the-art veterinary care at the Animal Medical Centers of Mid-America.
The Humane Society of Missouri is such a far-reaching organization. The Animal Cruelty Task Force travels all over the state and even across the country. It is truly incredible what they're doing for animals.
Since the early 1960s, our expertly trained Animal Cruelty Task Force has been there 24/7, 365 days a year to ensure that no animal is left behind. We're there when dozens of animals need help or when it's just one. There is no job too large or too small. The first priority is getting animals away from abuse.
You've seen it here firsthand. It truly takes a village to rehabilitate abused and neglected animals. It takes an entire community to help give second chances to thousands of homeless pets that come through the Humane Society's doors every year. That's why we're so thankful for you, the incredibly dedicated supporters out there.
Your gift helps the wayward stray brought to the safety of the Humane Society shelters by a Good Samaritan. Your support means that a phone call to the Animal Cruelty Task Force results in an animal being rescued and rehabilitated.
We can't do it without your donation. Your donation means our shelter veterinarians and dedicated staff members can care for the unwanted, the homeless, the abused. It means a loving adopter to give a deserving animal a wonderful home. It means a second chance at life.
Kathy, we have watched so many inspiring stories of animal rescues throughout this program. I can't drive it home enough what the resource the Humane Society of Missouri really is. The rescue, the rehabilitation, the veterinary care, and of course, the adoptions. You all really do walk the walk.
That's right, Rennie. I hope everyone watching will write down the animal cruelty hotline number. It's 314-647-4400. And remember, our investigators are standing by 24/7 to help. If you see animal abuse or neglect, please call that number, make an anonymous report, be the voice for abused animals in St. Louis City, St. Louis County. In fact, all Missouri counties are served by the Humane Society of Missouri and our Animal Cruelty Task Force.
Kathy, I want to thank you so much for all that the Humane Society of Missouri does for animals in need. It's been an honor to tell these stories.
We have reached the end of our program, but there is still time to donate. The phone bank will stay open as long as the phones keep ringing. And you can head on over to the Humane Society of Missouri's Facebook page to see our dedicated volunteers in action. We'll be on Facebook Live right after the show, playing with puppies, answering phones, and sharing more fun facts about the Humane Society of Missouri. If you have been waiting to give, now is the time. Just think about cats like Kahlo and dogs like Lemon and Ladybird. They were suffering terribly, but the Humane Society of Missouri changed all of that. Supporters just like you gave them the care they needed. Just look at how happy they are today.
Donate for the ones that are still out there, waiting to be rescued, waiting for their wounds to be healed, waiting to overcome their illness. Trust me, they're out there and they need you. You are the future of animal rescue. You will help animals recover from illness and injury, abuse, and neglect. You help the Humane Society save countless lives. Your donations keep them going. They keep the Humane Society of Missouri going so that no animal is ever left behind.
Donate for animals like Apple, Clary, and Pippin. Donate for victims of disaster, for the people who already lost enough. Because of the Animal Cruelty Task Force, they knew their pets were safe. We hope you never go through something so awful, but if you do, the Humane Society of Missouri wants to be there to help. Donate for all the animals you saw during this broadcast. Dogs, cats, even horses who had to live painfully with injuries or debilitating illness. Until the Humane Society of Missouri changed all of that.
Please pick up the phone, give whatever you can. Purina is matching all donations up to $25,000, and we love to send you this special gift when you become a Humane Hero monthly donor. Join the Humane Society of Missouri in their efforts to rescue, rehabilitate, and adopt. If you don't help these deserving animals, who will? From all the staff, volunteers, and animals at the Humane Society of Missouri, thank you for watching. Thank you for giving.